Alrighty guys, welcome on, welcome in. Today is the 9th, 287 on the day, and we're up 194 on the day. 19.4% on the account today, roughly. We'll change documents. Hope you guys had a great trading out there. Some good opportunities. A lot of the lower price stocks, definitely, have been running today. But, nonetheless, guys, it's a green day. And, yeah, so let's go ahead and go here. Again, hopefully you guys had a great trading day out there. Today's 19.4% on the account. Oops, did that work? Let's see if I can cut this. Cut and then go. Oh man. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day out there. I'm just getting everything set up here. So guys, give me a moment and I'll be ready to go. So copy that, go boom. Always trying to get everything set up, that way you guys have the chance to watch the stream. Small caps, options. Is that not working? Does link not work? Please work. Okay, then that's right. All right, 1K to 1 million. Boom, right there. All right, guys. So yeah, I mean, definitely a lot of opportunity out there. A lot of different price action going on today. A lot of volatility. That's kind of what we live for as traders. There's a lot of just random movers today. My main focus was AUVI. We'll go over that in a second here. Let's see here. AUVI. OCGN. What was another runner? Calv, and then HTBX. Oops. Just give me a moment here, guys. Just getting everything set up. Okay, cool. All right, posted that. Now let's go live on TikTok. All right, we're live on TikTok now. Alrighty, guys. Today was definitely, a lot of different moving parts today, a lot of different price action, and, today was a little bit harder of a day to read. I'm not going to lie. It wasn't a really easy day to read, and as I was saying on chat, today is one of my most frustrating days in the past couple weeks. And I'll go ahead and explain why here in a moment. But again, hopefully you guys like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon whenever I make new videos. I'd really appreciate that, guys. Just getting everything set up here at NorMichaelTrading.com. All right. Yeah, definitely more red days out there than yesterday. Michi wants to say hi, so we'll give Michi a little shout out. My cat. Say hi, Michi. There you go. But yeah, she always likes to keep me company while I'm streaming, I guess. Whoop. And that scared her. Okay, so there's that. Sorry, 1 second. Man, everything's falling over. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. There's that. Okay, and then there's that. All right, guys. Come here, Michi. Michi, come here. Come on. Come on. All right. All right, guys. No. Yeah, the truth is right. I can't afford a webcam. I just can't afford it. It's unfortunate, but I just can't afford it. You know, I got a webcam, 3 monitors, a computer. Just can't afford a webcam. Some people, man, it just always makes me laugh. Anyways, guys, hopefully you guys had a great trading day out there. Let's go ahead and go over today's trading day, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so today, guys, I just want to go ahead and explain kind of what happened today. And today was probably one of the worst trading days in the past couple of weeks for me. And at the end of the day, you know, I tried to get momentum going. I tried to, I tried to basically make sure that I maintained momentum. I didn't want to shoot for the stars today. I just wanted to, as I always do, and what I've been doing best is just let the trading day happen in front of me, right? And let the rest will take care of itself. Well, this was the first time in a couple of weeks where I was really, really trying to force, my trading capabilities. I was really trying to force the momentum. I was really trying to force making a certain P&L. And over the past month, 2 months, I've really focused on not worrying about my P&L and just making sure every day I trade properly with my plan, my process, my strategy. And at the end of the day, it should take care of itself. You know, when I traded poorly, it would be more like, well, if I'm trading, I'm shooting for certain P&Ls, and, I'd force things that just weren't proper setups and that really gave me no edge at the end of the day. And, why do we study? Why do we put the time in? Why do we always, try and learn? Well, it's to get an edge in the markets. It's to create your own process plan and strategy that works for you, that creates your own success in your own way of trading. And today, I went I kind of felt that going into yesterday. I'm actually pretty proud that I ended up green today, but it still doesn't mean that I'm really frustrated on today's trading day. And something to explain it is, think about a golfer, okay? You ever see that golfer on TV, which I'm sure like none of you guys watch golf, but you ever see that golfer on TV where, they hit a shot and, it's right next to the pin, but they throw their club? Well, that's generally because they either didn't hit the sweet spot, right? And on the club, they didn't hit the shot they wanted to. And when you're not in control of what you're doing, then generally, as not necessarily, I can't say I'm a pro, I'm just a decent trader. Not necessarily that, but just like creating that plan, that process, and that strategy that works over and over and over again. Today I went away from it a little bit, especially towards the end of the day, and that's why I'm so frustrated because, sure, I might have had a green day, but really the scorecard doesn't tell you how I was actually hitting it on the course is what I'm trying to say. Today was definitely a green day and a solid day. It's all relative, and percentage-wise, I'm at now, we've now turned 1,000 into about 11.5 million in 287 business days. But you know what? It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of studying. And, That being said, 90% of traders fail, and you always have to know that. And I'm not a normal trader. I'm not a normal person, at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, it's always about studying, putting in the time, putting in the effort. No, I'm sorry. Let me take this off the internet here. My TikTok's screwing up here. Putting in the time, putting in the effort, and making sure that every day is better than yesterday, right? Can you guys hear me on TikTok? Can you guys hear me on TikTok? Can anybody hear me on TikTok? Mic check on TikTok, mic check on TikTok. It says lost connection. I don't know what that means, but I don't think it's working on TikTok. Maybe I'll have to restart it. Okay. Anyways, guys, and someone asked me, at your level, do you still dedicate time to studying even after market close? Of course I do. Yes. I will never stop studying. I will never stop trying to learn. I will never stop trying to, be better as a trader. At the end of the day, guys, I don't really settle. There's nothing that I can settle for. I'm just always trying to get better, right? It's like, let's put it this way. It's like Mike Trout or Tiger Woods or some of the top athletes in the world, or Jeff Bezos or Warren Buffett. Do you think that they just gave up after a certain, success? No. And that's kind of how my brain works. I don't want to ever give up on moving forward and pushing and pushing and pushing. But you guys can also relate to me in a sense that I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys can afford to start with $1,000, and now we're at $11.4 to $11.5 million in trading profits. But again, guys, this doesn't happen overnight. It's taken me I've been trading now almost 4 years full time. Let's go ahead and go over today's trading day, though. I don't want to go on a huge rant. I want to make this stream very productive for you guys. So here we go. GNFT seems to just continue to go. Let's see, GNFT. No, it's just all over the scanner. Okay, so today you can see here, AEZS took a loss and then a winner. AUVI, a small winner. BSQR took a nice winner, 24,000 share winner. Let's go ahead and cover the BSQR trade. So BSQR, obviously I've been watching this one for a while. It's been on my radar. I've been watching this one every day. And just seeing this one's chart, right? If you look at the yearly, we've just kind of gone up, and then we consolidated, and then we broke over the highs. And lately, everything that's broken over the 52-week highs has just gone on a tear. I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know why it is. But you can see, it's getting the most volume it's ever seen in a long time. It's definitely getting a lot of traction, right? So when I saw BSQ on the scanners, I started longing all these dips in here, right? I really, didn't get any conviction in here or in here, but once this thing ran to above $8 a share, I was literally just taking all the dips that I could in the 730s and in here a little bit, and then we finally started to perk, and then I just started to scale through the highs, and my last scales were like in the 940s, and this thing went all the way to 1145. So we had 24,000 shares. So, basically the reasoning behind my trade was, I'd seen a lot of 52-week charts break out lately to new highs. This had solid volume. Basically, just kind of building an uptrend. Once we got above 730s, that was the resistance. It's also a big cup and handle formation where you get the big cup and you get the handle right here and then the breakout the next day. And this is basically, and we're in a hotter market, so I kind of had the chase of a lot of people that are, out there, just chasing everything right now, which it's very true because if you go back and look at today's talks, it's definitely a lot of chase. And I'm not even looking at OTC. I heard OTC's going pretty crazy. I haven't even looked at that. So BSQR, you can see here. So I was in BSQR, 24,000 shares, in 748.8, out 94.16. So a nice trade there, $46,000 lockup. Then a couple of paper cut losses like I always do, just trying to get feelers. HTBX was not a paper cut loss, and I actually took size. So you can see I was long HTBX, 1425. My thought was literally on HTBX is this one could turn into a SAVA, okay? And it might still happen, I don't know. But this has got that same look as SAVA. People won't forget it. It's biopharmaceutical. They had positive news on cancer trials, I believe. It's in the same price range. If you go back and look at SAVA, okay, this thing went from, $20 to $138, okay? People don't forget that. People don't forget that at all. And then it came down hard, but this momentum here, people won't forget. So to me, HTBX looks the most similar. Similar price range. It's the very beginning. And maybe it pans out, maybe it doesn't. I really thought, when I was trying to size in and I had some solid size right in here, was because I really thought we could get above 20 and start running to 30 on massive size. And it was very liquid. It had the look of SAVA, and I was convicted. But immediately it got slammed, and I stopped out for a $17,000 loss. And that slam just basically said, you know what, I'm done with that stock. That was an ugly slam. It wasn't just like it was kind of hanging in there and it was kind of creating higher lows. It just slammed down, and I'm like, yeah, that's not the kind of price action that I want to be in. And it had a nice perk towards the end of the day, and I'm still watching it because it could build higher lows and it could still end up into SAVA, but today didn't work out. Okay, but it will be on my back burner. You can see AUVI, so that was a loss, and I'm taking a couple of paper cut losses. AUVI, small winner there. AUVI, nice little short there, $29.90. Michi just bit me. Ouch. $29.90, 3,000 shares, $24.92 cover. So that was a quick $15,000 lockup on AUVI. That's why I like to trade the volatile stocks, because they can pay out so quick with immense liquidity. It's crazy. I'll show you where I shorted it. Ouch. What are you? So I saw this thing perking up in here, and it had already been extended. We were about 550%, the immense amount of volume there. You had this huge volume right there. And then, tapping off 30. And I watched the level 2 in time and sales in here. There's a big wall. Those of you guys on TikTok, join me on YouTube Cam the Man. YouTube Cam the Man. Again, those of you guys on TikTok and join me on YouTube Cam the Man. That way you guys can see my screen share. So there's my YouTube. And then I'm showing my screen. It's a little bit easier for you guys to understand what I'm doing when seeing that. So YouTube Cam the Man. YouTube Cam the Man. Okay? But yeah, so I was watching the time and sales in level 2, and once we unholted and then we got a re-perk back up, I started to see it kind of top out with a lot of heavy ask on a lot of heavy sellers on the ask, and I started to take out the bid. It started to hold, but I just felt good with at least a starter short right at the hold range, and then I was going to short even more on the way up because the extension and the volume that it was showing. But yeah, so you can see, AUVI there, I immediately covered, and this thing halted immediately. Where is it? This thing halted immediately. Is this the right spot on that? 24, yeah. Yeah, it is. It immediately halted at 24.92, and right when it started to halt, I covered it up. I mean, that was such a quick profit, and you could see the amount of liquidity. I mean, I could have gotten filled, I don't know, way more shares than what I got filled, let's put it that way, and covered it up quickly as well for even bigger lockup. And that's just, the name of the game for me is immense amount of liquidity, tons of liquidity, and tons of volatility. Those two things are a recipe for a ton of profit very quickly, right? So that was that trade, and then you can see here my secondary trade on AUVI. I went long 21.23, 13,000 shares, and I sold at 25.88. So let's see. So I started to long. That's not right, is it? Let's see here. 1 second. It says 21.23. That doesn't seem right. I don't know where Oh, did I long it up in here? No. Oh, right here. Right here is where I longed it. So right in here, I like to see kind of breakdown, breakdown, breakdown. Still had the long bias, so I said if we get below 2170, I'm going to start buying, and we immediately got below it. And that's when I felt like the shorts were exhausted, and I kind of felt like we could get another rip and ramp, right? That was where I was going to size up. I didn't think we'd get the view up, and if we did, I felt like it was done. If you go back and look at the chart, at the time, you know, I was okay with it breaking underneath the previous support level by a little bit. But that's another thing, is like this previous support level should hold the stock up pretty nicely. And that's kind of what I was relying on. So I was like, if we get under that, I might be just the shorts kind of just trying to take it down too quickly. And then I was going to long into that, and that's exactly what I did. 21.23 long, out immediately over 25.88 for a nice $60,000 lockup on that trade. That was a textbook trade for me there. And then let's see here, guys. So another long, I was taking, you can see, I was taking kind of just starters, feelers all throughout in here. You can see, you know, $4,700 winner, $5,000 losers, $700 winner, $700 winner, $1,000, 20, 700. And these were all just kind of feeling it out, kind of feeling it out, kind of feeling it out. Okay, and finally I got back long at 24.37.5 with 44,000 shares, guys. So I sized up big because when I was getting the feelers, I was getting whether I wanted to go long or short. And finally, my thesis was to go long. I sized the F up, obviously. And 27.48, I sold right in there. And this thing, if I would have held maybe 10 more minutes, that could have been, you know, a $500,000 trade plus. But I'm not mad about the trade. I'm happy about the trade. I took one more long with smaller size, $18,000 winner, just in case, just to make myself feel better if we did get a rip through the highs. And I took it on one of those dips. 26, 63.8, 3,700 shares, out 31.5 for a $18,000 lockup. And then here's where I just broke down, right? You can see loss after loss after loss, right? And this is kind of when I was forcing things. This is kind of when I was, like I was saying, getting away from my game plan and not making the proper trades that I should have. So AUVI, you can tell, kind of long in it, not getting enough feelers, and then just kind of taking a long, taking a $30,000 loss, $55,000 loss, VERU, $37 loss, GSAT, $44,000 loss. So right in here, I'm kind of like digging myself in a hole after hole after hole, trying to make up for what the mistakes I just did. And then AUVI luckily saved the day. I shorted it, even though the damn borrows cost me about $7,000 profit. I don't know why they cost so much, but the borrows cost me about $6-7 grand, maybe even more. I can't quite remember, but I had 17,500 shares short on AUVI, 27.15. So AUVI, guys, I was long at 30.30, and I was up on this position about $150,000 right there. And this is kind of when my day turned, right? So I was long right there with where was it? AUVI. So 70,000 shares long, 29.41.1. Or no. So I got long 40,000 shares at 30.30, right? And that was right when we were having this pop right in here, okay? And right in here I was up about $150,000. On the day I was up just over $300,000. And I almost took it off, but I was like, you know what? I want to see this thing get through the highs. I really do think, because it's either going to do one, like at this point in time, it's going to do one of two things, right? And I know this just from experience time and time again. It's either going to perk up and it's going to rip through the highs and we're going to hold, or it's going to do what it did and it's going to rip up, squeeze out all the shorts, and then finally just dump and get rid of all the shorts and say, finally, the shorts that just covered there got screwed. And then that was the actual end of it. And you know what? I paid the price. I paid the price big time. But luckily I ended up shorting it once we got that kill candle in there at 27.15, 17,000 shares short. And I covered it up towards the end of the day at 20.35.3 for a $118,000 winner. OCGN I shorted towards the end of the day as well. The borrows aren't cheap, guys, but I 31,000 shares short, $13 out, 12.63. And now both of those stocks are down even farther. Let's see here. Yeah, they are. So, yeah, guys, that was kind of my day, guys. But just overall today, guys, I was shooting too much for P&L. I was shooting too much for a certain number and not just sticking to my process, waiting for setups to come to me. The best that I'll ever trade in my career will be if I just wait for things to come to me, wait for setups to happen. And if they don't, then let it go. And you might go a day with, you know, a $20,000 loss, $50,000 loss, or you might go a day with a break even. But you know what? It's better than losing, because on a day like today, I should have been up, you know, 30, 35, 40% on the account. And, you know, that is what it is. Kevin Persa, what happened to Richie? So, I don't have I'm not going to speak on his behalf. He had some family, I believe it's some family matters that happened. So, I'll let you reach out to him. But yeah, so anyways, guys, you know, at the end of the day, you know, you guys are seeing my trades and you guys are seeing me being human. You know, I was taking $50,000, $20,000, $60,000, $30,000 hits towards the end of the day and just crushing myself, you know. And, you know, I was just taking loss after loss after loss, and AUVI, I finally flipped short, and that's where I ended up, you know, basically making half the amount, or just over half the amount of my profits today. So, you know, that's trading, guys. And today, the moral of the story was I didn't let things pan out the way that I should have. I got too aggressive and tried to hit too much of home runs, and that will diminish you as a trader, in my opinion. You know, the best I'll ever trade is when I wait for setups. It's when I wait for opportunities and I don't size up and I don't try and make certain P&Ls. I just let everything happen and play out in front of me. Okay? So, yeah, guys. So anyways, hopefully you guys are learning something every single day at NorMagnoTrading.com. Russell Grove, where am I finding shares to short? The brokers that I use in the link in the bio on my YouTube channel. It says, on my bio, it says brokerage that I use. You can click that link, check it out. It's on my YouTube channel, Cam the Man, YouTube channel, Cam the Man. But yeah, so today's a green day, a kind of a frustrating day. We're up 19.4% roughly on the account. Even though now I'm trading with a $1.25 million account, I'm just going to, I don't know what the percentages on that are. Probably like 16% or 17%. But I just say roughly, just to give you guys an idea of the percentage, because the percentage is the most important. It's not about the gains that I'm making and the P&L that I'm making. I want you guys to look at kind of just, you know, what I'm doing percentage-wise. Because percentages are everything in trading, guys. It's all relative. Percentages are everything. Michi, you going to say bye, or are you just going to enjoy your scratching? Uh-oh. Are you enjoying it? There you go. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for me. You know, I hope that you guys all had a great trading day out there. I hope that you guys are studying to prepare yourself, to better yourself every single day. No one will study for you. You have to put the time, the effort in to be a better trader every single day. And, you know, at the end of the day, guys, we never really know where, you know, stocks are headed. I do the best to put the percentages on my side, but that's why I study every day and look back at so many different charts and so many different stocks that made certain moves. I always try and get, you know, better and better every single day. Jose, appreciate that. Yeah. If you want to check out my free chat, links in the description below on YouTube. It's also on all the links on Instagram and TikTok as well. Also, as always, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Trade at your own risk. I have a plan, a process, and a strategy. You know, I'm just a normal trader just trying to teach you guys my strategies and hope that that helps you guys build your base and build your knowledge and build your foundation, because that's what worked for me, is learning other people's strategies. So, what's GMDA doing? Is that going to have an opportunity for me? Maybe I'll... Jeez Louise. That would have been a hell of a short. Wonder why it was doing that. Alrighty, guys. As always, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click the icon below if I make new videos. I would really, really appreciate that. I will see you guys tomorrow. Are you live during market hours? No, I'm not. Can you paper trade after hours? No, I don't think so. But I'm not sure. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your trading day out there. Hopefully you guys, are studying tonight, making sure you go back and just, even if it's just looking at all the charts and looking at different, a good way to study, guys, is just go back and look at everything that ran today. Go back and put yourself in certain stocks. Go back and look at Tilray. Go back and look at, OCGN. Go back and look at AUVI. Go back and look at UAMI. Go back and look at GNFT and NVCN and KALV and HTBX. I mean, that's a huge way to study in itself, is go back and look and say, hey, does this fit my criteria? Does this fit my criteria? How am I going to better myself next time so I get in AUVI at 8 and then get out at 16, Every day there's so much opportunity to learn from just by studying charts and price action and level 2. And then, you can use Thinkorswim on demand to go back and look at last year or 6 months ago or anything like that. So there's no excuse, guys. Just study, study, study. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon later for making the videos. Cheers, team. And